Chapter 18. Locate places on maps and globes. As we know that the globe helps us to see the location of places on the earth. The globe is an accurate model of the earth, but it has some problems. Because of these problems, we use maps generally. A map is drawn on a flat surface such as paper. It shows how things are related to each other by distance, direction, and size. It is easy to carry and can be rolled, folded, or even kept in a book. It can show many things that a globe cannot show, and as a result, a map looks better in many ways than a globe. Uses of maps. Maps can be drawn to show continents, countries, states, districts, towns, villages, and even a part of a town or a village. Some features such as landforms, roads, railways, neighborhoods, and even our schools or classroom can be shown better on maps as compared to a globe. Types of maps. Physical maps. They show the location of mountains, plains, plateaus, oceans, rivers, etc. Political maps. They show countries, administrative divisions, cities, towns, and villages. Thematic maps. They show details of a certain theme like the distribution of rainfall, forests, crops, weather, soil, roads, etc. A map can be drawn on a large as well as small scale. Flemish map maker Gerard Marcator was the first publisher to make a collection of maps in the form of a book. A book of maps is called an atlas. The maps in the atlas are on a small scale and show general information about a large area. However, maps also have some limitations. The Earth's shape is spherical and its surface is curved. It is not possible that a flat surface such as paper can show a curved surface accurate. Thus, a map is more useful to study the Earth. Features of maps. People who make maps are called cartographers. They use scale, directions, distances, colors, signs, and symbols, latitudes and longitudes. All these are language of a map. Directions. While we go to home from our school, we turn either right or left. The word left and right show the direction of our passageway. Like this, maps show the directions with the help of an arrow, usually drawn on the right hand margin of the map. The arrow is marked with the letter N, which means that it is pointing towards the north direction. If we know the north direction, it is easy to find the other three directions. While north is at the top of map, south is always at the bottom of the map. To the left is the west and the east lies to the right of the map. Besides the four directions, there are sub-directions also. Northeast lies between the north and the east. Northwest lies between the north and the west. Southeast lies between the south and the east. Southwest lies between the south and the west. Scale. As you know, the earth is very big and a map is much smaller than the earth's actual size. So, map cannot show the actual size of the earth. That is why scale is used in maps. Let us suppose that the distance between two cities is 200 kilometers. On the map, it is shown by a smaller unit as 1 centimeter. then the scale of the map is 1 centimeter equal to 100 kilometer. On a map, an actual distance of 200 kilometer will be shown as 2 centimeters. Thus, the ratio between the distance on the ground and on the map is known as the scale of the map. Maps are always drawn according to a scale. The scale of a map is represented as a line with distances marked on it. The scale of 1 centimeter, 100 kilometers is represented in this way. There are three main ways of showing the scale on a map. By a written statement like 2 centimeter is equal to 2 kilometer or 2 inch is equal to 2 miles. By a linear scale, a line is divided into a number of equal parts. Each part of the line represents ground distance, which is marked on the scale. By representative fraction, the units of measurement of distances are the same, both on the ground and on paper. It is always expressed as a ratio. Example, 1:1 lakh, where 1 centimeter is equal to 10 lakh centimeter, or 1 inch is equal to 10 lakh inches. There are two main types of maps according to scale. One, large scale maps. They show small areas, example a locality or a colony, in great detail. Maps of a city or a town or village are large scale maps. 2. Small scale maps. They show large areas like a country or a continent with little details. They only provide the general information of a large area. The map of India is a small scale map. Color. Cartographers use different colors to show various things on a map. Generally, maps follow a standard color scheme. We can see color scheme of a physical map. Water bodies like seas, oceans and rivers are always shown in blue. Light blue shows shallow waters and blue shows deep waters. Plains or lowlands on maps are shown in green. Highlands and mountains are shown in orange and brown. Orange shows plateaus, dark brown shows high mountains, and light brown shows lower mountains and hills. Snow-covered areas are shown in white. Signs and symbols. The legend or key of a map shows the height of the land or depth of the water above or below sea level. It also explains various types of signs or symbols used on the map to represent the different information. These symbols are drawn in different colors and letters. These common symbols are called conventional symbols. The use of signs and symbols makes the map quicker and easier to read. Model of the Earth. The globe is a small model of the Earth. A globe shows the distribution of land and water on the surface of the planet Earth. It also shows the shape and location of countries and the location of important cities. As we know that we cannot see whole Earth from space because it is so big. Even photographs taken by astronauts show only half of the Earth. The study of the Earth is not so easy without seeing it completely. We need such a man-made object or model to study the Earth. This object or model is called a globe. You must have seen a globe in your school. We can see only half the globe at one time. The other half is hidden. But we can see the other half by rotating the globe. It is turned around a line passing through it. This line is called the axis. The Earth constantly rotates around its axis of rotation. The axis of rotation of the globe is made to rotate around a rod that pierces them at the poles. The rod, which serves as the axis of the globe, is attached to a stand. The axis usually inclined at an angle of about 23.5 degrees. The amount by which the Earth's axis is title of the Sun's axis. Latitudes. Horizontal lines on globe are lines of latitude. They are known as parallels or latitude because they run parallel to the equator. Latitude lines are a numerical way to measure how far north or south of the equator a place is located. The equator is the starting point for measuring latitude. That is why it is marked as 0 degrees latitude. The number of latitude degrees will be larger the further away from the equator the place is located, all the way up to 90 degrees latitude at the poles. The North Pole is 90 degrees north and the South Pole is 90 degrees south. Important parallels. Other than the equator 0 degree, the North Pole 90 degree N and the South Pole 90 degree S. There are 4 other important parallels. These are 1. The Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree N. 2. The Arctic Circle 66.5 degree N. The Tropic of Capricorn 23.5 degree S. The Antarctic Circle 66.5 degree S. Longitudes. Vertical lines on globe are lines of longitudes, also known as meridians. Meridians are a numerical way to show or measure how far a location is east or west of a universal vertical line called the prime meridian. This prime meridian line runs vertically, north and south, right over the British Royal Observatory in Greenwich, England, from the North Pole to South Pole, as the vertical starting point for longitude. The prime meridian is numbered 0 degrees longitude. To measure longitude east or west of the prime meridian, there are 180 degree vertical longitude lines east of the prime meridian and 180 degree vertical longitude lines west of the prime meridian. The 180 degree line is a single vertical line called the International Date Line. It is directly opposite of the prime meridian. So there are 360 degree longitudes drawn through the equator at equal intervals of 1 degree. Thus the longitude of a place tells you how much east or west of the Greenwich meridian or prime meridian the place is located. The meridian of 180 degree east and 180 degree west is the same line. Halfway around the globe from the prime meridian is 180 degree. Locating places. Latitudes and longitudes make a network of lines on the globe. This is called a grid. It helps to identify the location of places or features on the globe. To locate a place, we must know the values of its latitude, parallel, and longitude meridian, and the point at which the latitude and the longitude cross each other. For example, Delhi is located on a globe where 29 degree N latitude and 77 degree E longitude cross each other. So the location of Delhi is 29 degree N, 77 degree E. In a nutshell, physical maps show the location of mountains, plains, plateaus, oceans, rivers, etc. Political maps show countries, administrative divisions, cities, towns, and villages. If we know the north direction, it is easy to find other three directions. Earth's axis is tilted at an angle of about 23.5 degrees. A grid helps to identify the location of places or features on the globe.